as we go through this. So just real quick, I just want to kind of show you what our tool does natively inside of Messenger itself. And this is what we always recommend to users when they're using it, is be in messenger.com. That's where you're going to get the best performance with our tool, and best performance just with Messenger in general. And you cannot use this inside of a Messenger app that Facebook wants you to install, like this app here. It always needs to be inside of a browser so that our tool can access the information that it needs to be able to help you. So just keep those couple things in mind. So you can see here native in Messenger, as far as what it's going to add to Messenger, you can see all these plus icons. You can see all these tags that I've applied to all these conversations. And if I were to scroll down through this, you're going to see almost all of my conversations have some sort of tag, some sort of label to it that helps me stay organized, helps me understand what people need, and when to follow up, and all these different things, right? So just from a very basic perspective, if I were to go to click on a plus icon in one of these conversations, this is what you'll see pop up. This is where we can set a primary folder for that particular conversation. You can set secondary folders too, so if they fit in the primary folder label and then also maybe something else as well, you can add that there as well. And then you can add some text and notes to that, and then you can hit the assign if you're doing it just for an individual account. But if you're a team account, like you guys would be, Cuddly, and you have this team account together, you can hit assign to team, and what that's going to do is it's going to add that lead to a team shared CRM so that the team in general can see all the leads shared by all of its individual team members, so that we all stay on the same page. We understand exactly what work's being done from our team members, so we're not duplicating any work. We're being as efficient as possible as we use Messenger, generating leads, closing sales, helping customers, all those things. Okay, so that's how you're going to do that. This is a new thing we've just added recently, which is really cool. There's this to-do list part, and so you can actually add a to-do list related to this particular person or conversation. And so I can go in here and say, hey, create demo video for Cuddly, and I can change color. I can let it be whatever I want, right? I want it to be red or whatever it is, okay? I hit create, and then it's going to create this little list for me, okay? And so what's cool about this is I can go into this conversation inside of Messenger or look at it in the CRM, which I'll show you just in a minute, and I can actually see all the to-dos associated with this person, with this conversation, with this sales sequence, whatever it might be, okay? Which is really, really a neat new feature. And then the other thing you can do here is you can hit this desktop notification. And here, we can actually have a desktop notification pop up on the right-hand side like you would any other app or extension or thing you're using. You can set the date and the time, and whatever that might be, right? Like I want it to be tomorrow at 3:50 p.m. Great. I'm going to hit enter. And then the reminder I want is create demo video for Cuddly. Okay, and I'm going to schedule that. So this is now scheduled to send me a desktop notification at this time, with this note about what I need to do when that comes. So if you're sitting there on your computer and that thing pops up, you're going to know, oh yeah, it's time to do that, or hey, oh, it's time to meet with this person, or hey, it's time to jump on this Zoom call, or whatever it might be. And so that's another really cool feature we've added recently too. So you have the to-do list, the desktop notification, all in this pop-up. You can assign individually, assign to team, primary folders, and other folders. Okay, so that's kind of all you're going to see in terms of the pop-up box here inside of native Messenger. Now I want to go to the CRM. So the way you do that is you're going to click on the extension icon here, and then you're going to click on the CRM button. And then what's going to happen when you click on the CRM button is this tab will pull up. And this is our basic dashboard. This has got all of our leads in it all in one place, tons of pages, right? We can filter this by our tags, right? So if I want to see all of my Messenger Organizer customers, it's going to filter all those for me. I can change, how I want to see them by alphabetical order, by date, or whatever it is. And we can change whatever you want. You can see a range, right? So if I only want to see tags I created over the last week, for example, I could change a range and click that, and it would show me all that information. You can do all leads 50 at a time, 100, 150, all leads, etc. You can push all this information to a Google Sheet, and you paste that Google Sheet link right in there. You can export this data if you want to put it inside an email autoresponder or something like that. You can push that whatever folder, all the folders if you want, and push that to whatever platform you want to use it on. You can create these auto message templates, right, where you can send these one-off auto messages through clicking this button and sending those to people. You can go in and edit notes here, and I can change the tag. I can do all those things, right? I can change the folder, the primary folder here by just clicking the drop down, change the notes, like I said here. date, time, note, etc. I can go directly to that messenger conversation. Like if I click this one, it'll take me directly to that conversation here in a messenger tab, which is cool. And you have that here. And then I can click on the chat button and actually send a chat message to that person directly from the CRM if you don't want to go to the conversation itself. And so that's just inside this main dashboard area here. We also have an Instagram CRM, which again, you don't see a bunch in mine. I don't personally use Instagram a lot to send message requests, but I know we have a lot of customers that love this tool. They use this a lot, and it's going to work the same way. Basically, you're going to pull up Instagram. In fact, I can do that right here for you real quick, maybe. And so if you were to go into these conversations like this, you can click here and put them again in a category and tag them with a certain tag. And so that's an easy way to do that. And then all those will populate here in the Instagram CRM. Okay. So there's that. You can import. Some people will come to us and they actually have a list of Facebook users already that they've pulled from some other database. They want to import all those into here. You can do that here as well by just a CSV file, importing that, and it'll populate all those here so you can go and tag and categorize them as well. We have a friends tab, and so this can sync all your Facebook friends, and this will show you the ones that already have tags, the ones that don't. You can go and tag all of them. You can choose to tag all. You can tag them all with a particular tag if you want to. Again, you can pick how many you want to show at a time, but that'll show you that. We have a template feature here, and the whole use of the template feature is we have a canned response feature as well as an automated message feature. So you're going to use these message templates to send out canned responses or automated messages to people. In fact, if I go back here in Messenger, Native Messenger, and I click this, our icon here on the right-hand side, you're going to see these message templates pull up. And so I can come up here and say, hey, I want to send a test, or I want to send one to MO customers, and I'm going to click that. It's going to auto-populate here. And then you'd have to go through and hit enter and send that. Okay, I can send it to Hassan. He's our lead developer on the tool, and so he knows we're always testing stuff. And so that's the templates. This is where you're actually going to schedule the automated messages. So you create a new campaign, you title it, you pick a folder to send it to. You can choose to send it through Messenger or Facebook. We typically say Messenger is best, but some people have trouble with that for whatever reason. So there's two options to do that. Again, you can choose your template folder. So if I want to go to MO customers, and same thing, I want to send this one, and then I'm going to schedule the time and the date to send that out, and then the message will send. We can save that, and it'll create that right here. Now, one thing to note on automated messages is that unless you have your computer open and connected to the internet, so not in sleep mode, not turned off, not powered down, whatever, it's not going to send these automated campaigns unless you're turned on, connected to the internet, and it's ready to roll. So just keep that in mind as you're setting that. The reason we do that is to keep accounts safe. Again, Facebook frowns on bot behavior now, and so we're trying to set it up in a way that it still does a lot of things that a bot does, but it mimics human behavior to keep your account safe. Okay. All right, so there's an unread message feature too, so you can sync all your unread conversations. And again, for the sake of trying to keep this video relatively short, I won't do that, but you can sync all your unread conversations, and it'll show you all the ones you have not responded to here. That used to be a feature Facebook had. They got rid of that, and so we added that back in our tool, so you can see all those unread conversations that you haven't followed up with. Here's a kind of a drag and drop of the order of your folders. So if I go to this leads tab, for example, you can see I can drag and drop and move leads into different folders. And you can see the way they're organized here: Dream 100, MO customers, VAs, funnels, Hassan, CF. So if you wanted to change the order of those, like you see here, I can scroll all the way over and see all these different folders. If you wanted to change the order of those, then you would go to this folders tab, and then you could move these around and change the order however you want to. Okay. So then you go to leads. Again, MO is now in the front because we've changed that just barely. So you can change the order there and drag and drop these. If you want to move them like through a sales sequence or through a conversation sequence, this is a really easy way to do that and say, okay, yeah, we had this opening conversation. Now I'm going to move them to we need to close or whatever, right? And so you can move them through all these. A group organizer tool is a really cool feature that allows us to tap into the Facebook groups and utilize some of the benefit from these Facebook groups. So you can see here, here's our Facebook group associated with the software. And you can go ahead and scan all your groups, and it'll scan all the ones you're affiliated with. And then you can go in here and you can export the data. You can push it to a Google Sheet. You can manage requests. So if I hit this manage request button, you can come to this page here. And then what will happen is you can see that button changes to group organizer. And so if I want to go through and approve these, I can hit Group Organizer, and then it'll populate that data. Like if I want to do Diane's, for example, I hit Group Organizer, and then if I come back in here and I update this, and I go back to my group, we should see Diane somewhere in here. Well, I won't scroll through all this because there's probably a ton, but we see Diane in there. And then this is very basic functionality of this tool. We're adding lots of other features to the group part of it. So if group's really important to you, then this will be much more robust, which we're excited about. So that's the group organizer. Here's the new automated friends finder we just added. So this is a way to automatically send friend requests to people that fit parameters. And then you do this through group, same thing. So if I wanted to go to this group, for example, and Facebook pre-selects kind of member categories inside of groups, they've created these different categories themselves. And so I can say, hey, I want to send friend requests to all the new members of the group that I'm not already friends with. And then you can go in and you can hit find some new friends. And then it'll actually come to this page, to this members page. And if you see down here, new to the group, it'll start to add all these people that are not my friends yet. It'll do that automatically. And it'll send a request every 3 minutes, again, to keep your account safe. And then it won't send more than 25 friend requests per day. And so if you hit that 25 friend request limit, it's going to pop up and say, hey, you need to stop. We got to keep your account safe, and then you can finish it tomorrow. This friend request responder, so this is for people that are sending you a friend request. If you're getting people sending you friend requests that want to chat and talk about their business, or they want to see what it is you do and interested in what you're selling, you can create a pre-made message here. And so anytime they send you a friend request, it'll just automatically respond to their friend request with a message saying, hey, thanks for sending the friend request. Hey, here's what I do. If you're interested in any of this stuff, click here, check this out, whatever you want to do. Again, just another way to try to automate the ability to turn leads on Facebook into customers or into donors or whatever it is you want them to be. Okay. And then here's team leads. This is where for the team feature, any of those which I showed you here, if you go back here and you click this button, if you hit this assign to team button, it's going to put all those leads inside of this team lead CRM. And this is where all the team collectively can see that, so we're not duplicating work as a team doing whatever you're doing. And then we have the autoresponder message templates, which again, this part is going to allow you to create a template. It's going to run every 5 minutes. And the reason we set this up was specifically for Cuddly. And so we did this so that, like, if somebody sends you a message, for example, inside here, and you don't respond to it within 5 minutes, like we have it set up here every 5 minutes, then it'll actually automatically send that person a message saying, hey, thanks for your message. Sorry I haven't been able to respond yet. Just know that we'll follow up with you within 24 hours or whatever message it is you want to send to them. This just helps people know that you see them, you hear them, and that you will respond to them as soon as you're available. Kind of like your own virtual assistant, automated virtual assistant responding to these messages that you haven't been able to get to in whatever fashion you want to do that. So anyways, that is a real quick, fast, dirty review of all the things that Messenger Organizer does. Obviously, we are constantly working on this, constantly building new pieces, new tools, new things that are going to make it even more robust. Really, we're here to serve all of you as Messenger Organizer customers. And so if there's things you want, things you don't see, things that aren't working well, we're here, we're ready to listen, we're ready to all hands on deck and get things functioning properly, running smoothly, so that this tool can help you automate your business, help you grow the business, help you raise funds, help you make sales, whatever it is you want to do in a really robust and effective fashion so that you can get the most out of your business. So anyways, let me know if you have any questions about that. Happy to share any other information that you might have questions about. And again, appreciate you looking at Messenger Organizer, using it, and supporting us in that way.